So I'm going to start this video off with a bold statement for you, really more like a bold promise, and that is if you watch this video and wear any of these 10 fragrances, you're going to smell better than average. Basically, you're not going to be smelling like that average guy wearing a body spray, wearing some generic fragrance that everyone else around you has smelled before. You're going to be standing out and you're going to be smelling better than the rest. Because let's be honest, at the end of the day, being a fragrance enthusiast, being a fragrance collector, we want to smell different. We want to stand out and we want to be remembered for the scent that we're wearing. We want people to say, hey, you're that guy that is wearing that really good smelling fragrance last time I saw you. And the fact of the matter is, that's not going to happen if you're wearing some generic average fragrance or just some fragrance that everyone else has smelled before, or, a body spray, or just, wearing deodorant or whatever. If you want people to remember you by your fragrance and you want to be known as that guy that always smells good, you have to step up your game. You have to invest in some quality scents. But you also don't have to spend a lot of money either. We're keeping it pretty affordable here, with the majority of these fragrances being mid-range designer fragrances in the $40–50 range. We do have some outliers, some a little bit cheaper, some a little bit more expensive. There's kind of a mix and a little bit for everyone. But I do want to hear from you guys. Let me know down in the comments, what are some 10 fragrances that when you wear, you know that you're smelling better than average? And then of course, while you're at it, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Also turn on post notifications and give this video a like. And now, let's go and jump into this. Starting off with the first fragrance on this list, we have Javon Chi Gentleman EDP. This is an incredible fragrance. It's got some vanilla, some iris, patchouli. It's a gorgeous fragrance, and I do get a lot of the vanilla and of the iris. And the reason why I'm telling you that is because it's important to note that yes, iris is prominent in this fragrance. For those of you who are unaware, iris is a note that often gets compared to lipstick or a makeup bag or so on. It's a note popular in fragrances like Dior Homme, Dior Homme Intense, Valentino Uomo Intense, fragrances like that. Just keep in mind though, in this fragrance, mixing with the vanilla and some of the other spicier notes, it doesn't come across too strong, too overboard. It's still going to be mass pleasing and it's going to have you smelling fantastic. Javon Chi has really been experimenting with the iris note as of lately, and I dig it. They're doing a great job at making it more wearable. Dior Homme Intense, Dior Homme Parfum, even the original Dior Homme can be a little bit too much for some people. Valentino Uomo Intense also takes it down a notch, making it more wearable. But out of all of them so far that I've tried, Javon Chi Gentleman EDP is going to be the most wearable iris fragrance that still has a lot of mass appeal and still does utilize that note. So it's good for people who are into fragrances and want to smell sophisticated, and in this case they want to smell above average, but also it's good for the people who still want to maintain mass appeal. If you're wearing this to school, like whether it be college, high school, whatever, you're wearing this to work, in most situations, in most places, people are really going to like this fragrance. Up next here we have Terre d'Hermes Eau Intense Vetiver. This fragrance is fantastic. I love this scent, and the reason why is because, well, I love vetiver. I love vetiver as a fragrance note, and this fragrance, judging by the name you would expect this, has a lot of vetiver. Now, this fragrance does come across a little bit dry because it's very woody and also has a little bit of a spiciness from the orange and some of the other citrus and some of the other notes in there. It is spicy and it is dry. So with that being said, this fragrance probably not going to be for everybody. However, when it comes to smelling better than average, that's kind of what you're looking for. You want scents that make you stand out, and in this case right here, Terre d'Hermes Eau Intense Vetiver is going to do that for you fantastically. If you want to stand out, you want to smell like no one else around you, and you want to wear a fragrance that no one else has probably smelled, this fragrance is going to be it for you right here. Fantastic scent. If you want to stand out, if you want to smell unlike anyone else, definitely check this one out. It's a great scent, great quality, great performance, and any of my vetiver lovers out there, you gotta get your nose on this one. Up next, we have a hyped fragrance that a lot of people have asked me about. I've gotten so many comments, people wanting me to check this fragrance out, people wanting me to include it in videos, and well, here it is. That's Prada Lhomme. Prada Lhomme caught a ton of hype when it first came out, and there's a reason why. It's a great scent. It's clean, it's fresh, it's soapy, it's perfect for the office, it's perfect for school. It really does just about everything you can throw at it. You can wear this dressed up if you wanted to. You could wear it dressed down if you wanted to. You could wear it in spring, summer, fall, winter. Realistically, for the most part, it's going to work for about any situation. And it is a Prada fragrance. So with that, you're getting a great quality scent that has good performance and a really nice, unique smell. Now, this one is pretty similar to Dior Homme Eau, which I do own a couple bottles of, and I'm a really big fan of it, which is part of the reason why I put off getting the scent. However, I do also really appreciate Prada Lhomme, and both scents, either one, Dior Homme Eau or this one, Prada Lhomme, would be great for this list, great for this spot. However, I'm going with Prada Lhomme. I don't know which one I like better at this point. Now that I've spent more time with this scent, it's almost splitting hairs. There's differences between each of them to where I appreciate each one for their own specific things. Regardless of that, the Prada is going to be a little bit more affordable in most places. On discounters, I believe this one's going to be running you like $50, $55 for a 100 ml. That's a killer price. It will be linked down below along with all the other ones in this list. Up next here we have Chanel Platinum Egoiste, a must-have fragrance in my opinion, and one that I have talked about a lot on the channel. So I'm going to run through this one quick. If you want a barbershop type of fragrance, smells clean, fresh, and masculine, you got to check this one out. This one really just smells like a clean-cut, clean-shaven guy who just stepped out of the shower, just sprayed something on, and is heading off to a high-end job. That's really what this one smells like to me. Has a ton of class, a ton of sophistication, fantastic Chanel quality. The scent is amazing. It's so amazing that as soon as I got this one in, I purchased another bottle of it because I was in love. Chanel Platinum Egoiste. If you want to smell above average, check this fragrance out, because like this one and like all the other ones we've talked about so far, I would say there's a really, really good chance that 99% of the people around you haven't smelled these before. Up next here we have Creed Irolfa. So we do have a Creed in this list. I did want to include a niche fragrance in here, and I wanted to go with Irolfa. I think this is a fantastic scent, and there could have been some other Creeds that I could have put in here. I could have put Aventus, obviously. I could have put Millésime Imperial. I could have put Virgin Island Water. Ultimately, I ended up going with Irolfa. The reason why is because there really isn't much out there that smells like this one. I mean, with Millésime Imperial, you have a bunch of cheap fragrances that you can find at Marshall's and all those other, discounted stores like Ed Hardy 11 Luxe, Sean John Unforgivable, so on. A bunch of cheapies of that one everywhere. So in one way or another, people around you have probably smelled some sort of iteration of that scent. You've got Virgin Island Water, which is pretty unique on its own, and that could be a good contender for this list. And of course, Aventus, which is a fantastic scent, but most people are tired of hearing about. Irolfa, at the end of the day, I think is a fantastic fragrance. Nothing really smells like this one. It's very unique for being a citrus musky fragrance. It's got that Creed signature smell in the base, and it's one of my personal favorite Creeds for a reason. Perfect for summer, perfect really for about anything. This is definitely going to have you smelling better than average. Up next we have Spice Bomb Extreme. So this one is fantastic. This is another one. This is a hype monster. Gets a ton of talk, a ton of praise, and it's a nice scent. It does maintain that signature Spice Bomb DNA, but adding into that a little bit of a warmth to it. It's got some tobacco, it's got some vanilla coming through, which makes it a little bit more cozy, a little bit more sweet, and I really like it. I do think I like it better than the EDT. I definitely like it better than Night Vision. I think they dropped the ball with that one. I think out of all of them, Spice Bomb Extreme is probably the best. Following after that, honestly, maybe Spice Bomb Fresh for me. I really, really like Spice Bomb Fresh. The EDT is great as well. Spice Bomb Extreme, though, is what I'm including in this list, and I can pretty much say for certain no one else around you is going to be smelling like this or has smelled that before. It's a great scent that's really only known in the community. Like with most of these fragrances, you may think a lot of them are popular, like Prada Lhomme, for example, talked about all the time. And while that's the case in the community, outside of the fragrance community, people are going to be sticking to Bod and Axe, right? They're not going to be wearing this type of stuff. Up next here, we do have another niche fragrance, a little bit more expensive than the Creed. This one is Rochas Creation E. So this is the last expensive one. Again, I want to include a couple for some of my bigger spenders out there. Retails at $290 for 100 ml, much cheaper than their regular line of fragrances, the parfums and the EDPs, but still it's going to be more expensive than the Creed. Regardless of that, this is a fantastic fragrance, and at the end of the day, when you don't want to smell average, check out this fragrance. I mean, a lot of other fragrances will do it, and I get this is going to be out of people's price range, but if you want something that's just pure class, pure luxury, you want that Rochas quality, you want that signature Rochas smell that you get from this scent, and you just want to smell above average, definitely check this one out. And a lot of other Rochas fragrances will do it. Again, I had to limit myself to one here. You could put Scandal probably if you wanted to. You could put Danger if you wanted to, even Elysium. I love Elysium. But I ended up going with this one because it really is something different and it's a magical scent. Moving up next, we have Aqua, Dior, Absolute, Instinct. New release, but it is on discounters. Again, that link will be down below. I love this scent. I think it's fantastic. Really nice flanker, much better than the original Absolute in my personal opinion. It's an aquatic fragrance with a little bit of a different touch to it, almost like a darker, more mysterious edge. Regardless of that, it smells great, and it's 100% going to have you smelling better than average. We're down to the end of this one, guys. Second to last fragrance we have is Prada Lhomme IDL Cologne. This is a discontinued fragrance, so if you're watching this in real time, basically as I upload the video, you can still get this one on discounters. Again, that link is going to be down below. If you have any sort of interest at all in this fragrance right now, I highly recommend you purchase it. Seriously, get it now because, again, this one is discontinued, and what's going to happen at some point is it's going to completely disappear. That's what has happened with a lot of discontinued fragrances, and I've seen it all the time, and it's even happened to me where fragrance will be discontinued, it'll be available on discounters for a long time, people will put it off, and then eventually one day it goes out of stock everywhere all at once and it never returns again. It happens a lot with discontinued fragrances. It just recently happened with Gucci Pour Homme 2. That fragrance has been discontinued for a long time, but it's still been available, and then one day it was just gone. And I decanted out the majority of my bottle. I have a very little bit left, and I can't get it again unless I go on eBay and pay like $300. So regret not picking that one up, so I do highly recommend you get this one now. This is my second bottle. Right here, as you can see, it's full. I don't even think I've sprayed this one yet. Prada Lhomme IDL Cologne. If you want to smell better than average, you got to check this one out. It's this nice creamy lemon almond fragrance, kind of like a summer gourmand. Very unique, very high quality, and it's cheap. $35 for 100 ml. This is one definitely worth at least picking up a bottle of and trying it now. And if you like the scent, definitely stock up on it. And finally, the last fragrance in this list, Bentley For Men Intense. Fantastic scent, and this one is very unique, very high quality, especially for the price. It's going to be running you $35 for 100 ml. Super competitive, super affordable, and it's practically a niche fragrance in a bottle. It really is that good, both in terms of its quality, also in terms of its uniqueness and just the overall composition of it. It's a unique scent with high quality and great performance as well. No one else around you is going to be wearing this one. No one else around you have smelled this one before. It's a great scent. Bentley For Men Intense to end the list. Very affordable, and it's really nice. So guys, there you have it. That is my 10 fragrances to avoid smelling average. Again, as fragrance enthusiasts, we don't want to smell average. We want to stand out from the crowd, and these 10 fragrances are going to do it for you. So thank you for watching. Let me know down below in the comments which fragrances you would choose for this list, and then of course, all of them will be linked down below. If you want to pick any of them up, check them out there. That's going to do it for this one, guys. I'll see you tomorrow night with another video. Take care.